Florida dermatologist is changing the lives of burn patients by using lasers.
Her revolutionary treatment can ease pain, reduce scarring, and increase mobility in patients who have suffered tremendously from fire. During the 10 o'clock news, Melanie Lawson told you the story of Kim Phuc. 40 years after she was burned over 50% of her body by napalm when her South Vietnamese village was attacked by a bomb. This iconic photo captured her in that moment. All these years later, she's still dealing with the pain and scarring, but now she sees a future without pain. Dr. Jill Waibel is treating Kim and other patients who have unbelievable stories of survival and suffering, but now they have a chance to live a normal life.
Melanie now has this part of the story, and we do want to warn you, some of the images are graphic.
I want you to meet Lance Maclean. The odds were against him. Two of his comrades died in a fiery plane crash. He and one other person on board survived. He was terribly burned, almost didn't make it, but he's recovered more than he could have ever imagined. Lance Maclean was in the cockpit when his plane slammed into the side of a mountain in Colombia. When Lance tried to escape, all he felt was fire.
I mean, I remember that feeling of getting burnt. On my arms. There was a lot of heat in the cockpit, but specifically my arms and trying to get the hatch open.
He was burned all over his body. His first surgeries were to keep him alive. In severe burn patients, they usually are.
Fire spreads so fast, and it goes deep and it goes wide, and then it doesn't just affect the skin. There's an effect on the bone marrow and the organ. Patients that are in trauma or burn injuries typically are in the ICU fighting for their life for a few days.
Miami dermatologist Dr. Jill Waibel was not his first, second, or even third doctor, but she was the one to eventually bring him visually back to his old life. Lance was simply focusing on survival, but little did he know what his future held. In less than 2 years, his head, chest, arms, and legs are nearly back to normal. During his initial treatments in ICU, one of his doctors told Lance Dr. Waibel could help.
I have to be honest, I was somewhat skeptical. How does this process with lasers, burning the skin again, going to get rid of scars?
Despite the skepticism, he contacted her. We were there during his most recent treatment.
And again, I don't think if you met Lance today, you probably said, "Where's the burn patient," right?
Dr. Waibel has dozens of different lasers, and she has to pull out some of her most powerful for his treatment.
Once we do this laser, we're over 100 degrees Celsius. We're boiling water.
She's working on restoring his skin, and part of Lance's treatment is improving mobility in his hands that scar tissue took away.
Could not hold a spoon to feed myself, and now I've got complete function.
What can you do now with those hands?
Yeah, that's...
But to get here, it isn't easy. Lance's treatments are intense.
Okay, Lance, this is tough.
But after less than 15 minutes,
how you doing?
He's done.
So it's not pleasant, but it's not terrible.
No, exactly.
Good job, Lance. Yeah, he is a star.
All right.
Another one down.
Yeah.
Lance's wife is always by his side, and afterwards, he says it feels like a sunburn. Since the crash, Lance looks like a different man, but he doesn't feel that way. You look in the mirror now, who do you see?
Same old guy I saw before my crash.
That's the goal, and Dr. Waibel still has more tricks up her sleeve to help Lance.
I love treating the patients, and I have a lot of faith in my lasers. It's a game changer because we can get people almost back to normal. Every time we treat, they get better.
Lance was a reservist at one point here in Jacksonville and sees the benefits for our soldiers who are burned in war. He really wants them to understand that there is a treatment for people that can help them get back to a normal life. Melanie Lawson, Channel 4, the local station.